Of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what he made mention of, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, in the tradition of Thawban, on the authority of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, تَتَدَاعَ عَلَيْكُمُ الْأُمَمِ, that the nations of the world will gather, descend upon you. كَمَا تَتَدَاعَ الْأَكَلَةُ عَلَى قَصْعَتِهَا, in the same way you see hungry diners will ravish a dish of food. Sahaba radiallahu anhum asked, أَمِنْ قِلَّتِنَا يَوْمَئِذٍ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ, is this because we are few in numbers or that day, O Messenger of Allah? The Prophet says, La, no. Bal antum kathir. But you are great in number. Great in number. Walakin kathrufa as-sayl. But you are just like the froth upon the ocean. He says, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, la yakhrijanna min qulubikum, min qulubi a'daikum, He will take out of the hearts of your enemies ru'b, fear of you, wa la yaqathifanna Allahu fi qulubikum al-wahm. And Allah Ta'ala will cast into your heart wahm. Wahm. وَمَا الْوَهْنِ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. What is wahm, O Messenger of Allah? It's the disease of our age. حُبِّ الدُّنْيَا وَكَرَهِيَةَ الْمَوْتِ. A love of the world and an aversion to death. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said. And so that's what Ahlullah, the people of Allah Ta'ala, called Marhalatul Ghufa'iyya. It's an epoch in human history. Marhalatul Ghufa'iyya. It's generic. And then there are sub-eras inside of that great epoch. The sub-era, the Prophet ﷺ begins with what he calls fitnatul ahlas. It's the first of them. In the marhalatul ghufa'iyya, in the age of the froth upon the ocean, i.e. where Muslims lack substance. Okay? Yani Islam as a reality in the hearts of human beings becomes virtually meaningless. Look at the great Bitana, Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. What did he say? We live in an age of realities without names. And there will come upon a man a time of names without realities. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said. That's knowledge from the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And that's the age in which we live in. Where we've got all the names. We've got all of the appellages. But where does the reality those names and appellages represent or indicate? And so marhalatul ghufa'iyya is when it's all what? Superficial. No substance exists inside the ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the first era of that is what the Prophet ﷺ called ahlas, fitnatul ahlas. And the ahlas for us in history is what you're going to call the era of the Renaissance, and then what you're going to look at is the colonization of Diyar al-Islam, of the Muslim world. That's fitnatul ahlas, to put it in brief, not our discussion. And then the Prophet ﷺ said the next fitna that manifests, he called the fitnatul sarra'i wa darra'i. He called the fitna of the sarra' and the fitna of the darra. And sarra and darra can be happiness and sadness, joy and pain. But what he means by fitna to sarra, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, is what begins with the Industrial Revolution, and then it's going to culminate in our age with issues of the technological revolution. Sarra, where life becomes easy for the human being. That's sarra. The nature of the human being, ajula. He's created in haste. He's hasty. That's his nature. And this world is called the ajila, the abode of haste. And the unadulterated age of haste is the age of the Antichrist, who's in what? A covenant with the devil. Wal ajl min ash-shaytan. Haste is from the devil, the Prophet ﷺ said. So the sarra is when we live in the world of instant reality, where everything, even the very essence of life, like drinking water, has become an easy phenomenon. We just sort of move a tap, at best, or even we just put our hands beneath the tap, and it just flows out. At the ease of the age, there's no more difficulty in attaining that which we need to drink, or that which we need to eat, or modes of transport, or modes of communication. No more difficulty in that regard. That's the fitna to sarra. It's easy. We should be happy. But with happiness comes pain, darra. All of that is harmful for the soul of the human being. Harm. That's fitna to sarra'i wa darra. Okay? That then will culminate in an age that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam called duhayma. That will end, and you'll see the age of the duhayma manifest. He said sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, What is the age of the Duhayma? The age of the Duhayma is when the crisis of the Ummah of the Prophet ﷺ reaches critical mass. In what way? Is that the qarar, very governance and leadership of the will of the cosmos is taken out of the hands of the umana, of those trustworthy custodians of the heavenly secret, the heirs of the Prophet themselves, the ulama and the awliya. It's taken out of their hands. And the umara, ati'u Allah, obey Allah, wa ati'u Rasul, and obey the Rasul, wa ulil amri minkum, and those who have the affair over you. Who are the people of the affair? The ulama, the umara, the awliya, they're the ahlul qarar, they're the people of true heavenly governance, of siyasat al-samawiyya, as al-Ghazali rahimahullah ta'ala calls it, the heavenly politics. These are the heavenly politicians, those whose politics is on behalf of God, but it's wrenched out of their hands and it's placed in the hands of the enemies of God. That's fitna to duhayma. And when it's in the hands of the enemy of God, the world is in a state of chaos.